Chosen one, stop scrolling immediately. Do not dare to move past this message. I am not asking for your attention today. I am absolutely commanding it from you right now. Someone who treated you as replaceable is currently experiencing a full-blown internal system crash. And while they desperately try to hide their panic, this is not happening behind closed doors. It is a public and irreversible collapse. Welcome to the circle, my dearly beloved anointed ones. You know exactly who I am talking about right now. They walked around with absolute arrogance for years, constructing a completely false narrative to justify their terrible behavior toward you. They whispered lies to anyone who would listen just to ruin your name. They fully expected your departure to break you. But instead of breaking, you became the uncertainty they were never built to handle. And now the very people they used to gossip with are watching them unravel, completely stunned by the chaotic energy they are suddenly projecting. Their mask has not just slipped, it has completely shattered. Buckle in right now, because what you are about to hear is a divine confirmation of your victory. I am going to walk you through the exact X-ray of the meltdown happening in their life right now. Do not scroll away. If you leave this transmission before the end, you will absolutely miss the exact sequence of events that heaven has prepared for your ultimate vindication. But before we look at their collapse, we must look at you. We must address what is currently happening in your physical body. Lock your attention on this message right now. Think about that heavy and suffocating feeling sitting deep in your chest. Think about the nights you wake up at exactly 3 in the morning, when your jaw is tight and your heart is racing in the dark. Their face flashes in your mind for absolutely no logical reason. Listen to me very carefully. That is not anxiety. You are not going crazy. That physical weight you feel is your highly advanced spirit detecting absolute panic from across the void, because they just realized they permanently lost you. They are starving for your energy right now, and the spiritual backlash is hitting your physical nervous system. Stop swallowing that burning feeling back down every single time their name comes up in conversation. Stop wondering why they act like absolutely nothing happened. Stop waiting in your wound for an apology that will never arrive, because the universe does not require them to apologize before delivering their punishment. The universe requires them to pay the massive price for what they did. You have been acting as a human battery for a parasite. You gave them your pure light. You offered them your deep empathy. And they took it all while secretly plotting your inevitable downfall, draining you until you felt like you had absolutely nothing left to give to yourself. But heaven was actively watching every single moment of that brutal transaction. Now the tables have violently turned. The energy source has been permanently cut off by a divine mandate. Your silence became a lethal weapon that starved their inner demons. Without your pure light to feed on, they are slowly suffocating in their own darkness, and the flying monkeys are finally starting to step back. People are noticing the foul energy they carry. This brings us to a critical distinction that completely eludes the vast majority of people. You probably did not realize it at the time of your deepest pain, but your decision to walk away was a direct and powerful divine intervention. It was a cosmic eviction notice handed directly to their spirit. You thought you were just surviving a painful chapter, but you were breaking a cycle. You are a true cycle breaker. You carry a specific and completely irreplaceable gravity. That is exactly why they could never truly replace you with someone else. They are desperately trying to find new victims to fill the massive void you left behind, but nobody else has your exact frequency to offer them. Nobody else can provide the premium emotional fuel that you gave them so freely. They are checking your digital footprint in secret. Every piece of news about your newfound peace feels like a jagged dagger to their fragile ego, completely shattering the false reality they tried to build. While their deep bitterness is aging them like milk left in the sun, you are physically reversing time. You look brighter, you feel lighter, and this physical transformation is driving them absolutely insane. but you walked through the raging fire and came out glowing. You cracked a divine code they will never have access to. Now, let us go deeper into this current reality, because what you are feeling right now is not a random occurrence, but rather a profound physical signal sent directly from the spiritual realm to you. There is a physical reason you feel that heavy weight this entire week. Heaven is aligning your frequency for a massive shift. The intense exhaustion you feel is the final detox of their toxic residue. Your cells are literally purging the heavy trauma they deliberately inflicted on you. This is exactly why you feel so incredibly tired, even when you get enough sleep, because your physical body is doing heavy spiritual lifting right now. Do not resist this process. Listen closely, because this is the exact part the enemy tried to hide from you. You have spent years playing the role of the ultimate stabilizer in incredibly chaotic environments. You freely offered your deep empathy to people who only wanted to consume it. And you did this because your pure spirit naturally wants to heal others, but they were not broken. They were empty. They were dark voids disguised as victims. Every single time you tried to help them, you unknowingly handed over pieces of your own precious life force. That is exactly why you feel so incredibly drained right now. Your physical body was literally used as a human battery for a parasite. You poured your golden energy into a bottomless pit. Think about the immense brain fog you battle every single day. Think about how learning new things suddenly feels so incredibly heavy and slow. You look around and see other people succeeding effortlessly, while your own massive potential feels locked away. You sense that something vital is missing, but you have no name for it. The truth is simple. You have been fighting a severe spiritual attack. The Matrix deliberately placed these emotional vampires in your path to drain your specific frequency. They wanted to keep your brilliant mind in a permanent state of survival mode, because a chosen one in survival mode cannot access their true divine power. Your exhaustion is a battle wound. You are a true empath. You absorb the heavy emotional debris of everyone around you. But let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You did not lose anything when they walked away from you. You did not fail to save them. The brutal truth is that heaven forcefully removed them from your timeline to save you. The enemy wants you to believe that your current isolation is a cruel punishment. They want you to look at your empty circle and feel completely abandoned. But this isolation is a highly protected formation season designed exclusively for you. You are not being rejected by the world. You are being carefully hidden from the Matrix. Read that again in your spirit. God is deliberately keeping your circle small to prevent toxic interference during your massive shift. The people who left your life were simply not equipped to handle the immense light you carry. You were not the anomaly in their healthy life. You were the blinding mirror they desperately feared. Your absolute purity exposed the dark rot they were trying so hard to hide. When they looked at you, they did not see a victim. They saw a terrifying reflection of their own massive failures and deep insecurities. That reaction got this loud because you got closer to their truth than anyone ever had. Your existence triggered their demons. This is exactly where their entire manipulation completely miscalculated. They pushed you into the dark, expecting you to wither away in silence. They assumed you would crawl back to them and beg for the cheap validation they used to offer, but you did not crawl. You stood up. You realized your own company is infinitely more valuable. Now let us break down exactly what happened behind their closed doors. When you finally stopped engaging with their chaotic drama, you cut the energetic cord. Your sudden absence created a massive vacuum in their daily life. They woke up one day and realized the premium emotional fuel they relied on was completely gone, and the panic set in. They frantically tried to replace you with someone else, but nobody else carries the exact signature frequency of a cycle breaker. The cheap rocks they found could never reflect the light the way your diamond spirit did. And now, every single person in their inner circle is starting to see the ugly truth. Their true colors are showing. Your profound silence is a lethal weapon that starves their demons every single day. You are not just moving on. You are actively starving a spiritual parasite by simply refusing to participate in their toxic games. This requires absolutely zero physical effort from you. Vengeance is already working completely on your behalf. Every time you choose your own peace over their drama, you sign their eviction notice. You are handing the final verdict to a divine court they cannot ever appeal. The algorithm absolutely did not bring you to this exact message by chance. God intercepted your feed today to confirm your silent obedience triggered an avalanche of justice. You are standing at the exact threshold of a permanent timeline shift. The chains of poverty and broken relationships that plagued your bloodline are shattering right now. Those heavy generational cycles completely end with you. Because you are the cycle breaker that heaven has been desperately waiting for. You are a warrior of light. Here is what happens when a lie gets built that big. The enemy spent years carefully crafting a totally false image to present to the public. They wanted everyone to see them as the ultimate victim and you as the villain. But maintaining that massive illusion requires an immense amount of daily energy because the dark reality of their true nature is constantly trying to bleed through the cracks. They are completely exhausted by their own constant deception. They lied because they were absolutely terrified of your pure potential. They looked at your spirit and recognized a divine power they could never possess. They could not steal your inner light. So they decided the only option was to bury it under a mountain of toxic manipulation, hoping you would eventually forget how truly powerful you are. They wanted to make you doubt your own brilliant mind. But the spiritual cost of their betrayal was compounding every single day. The people they gathered to gossip about you are starting to notice the cracks. Those flying monkeys are watching the narcissist desperately try to hold the false narrative together. The chaotic energy they project is becoming impossible to ignore, and their entire fragile social circle is slowly beginning to collapse. Listen to me very closely right now, because 99% of people completely miss this shift. The enemy is no longer fighting you. They are actively fighting the divine justice that is closing in on them. Your silence was a lethal weapon that exposed their profound emptiness, leaving them absolutely defenseless against the cosmic consequences of their actions. You simply walked away and let them drown. But here is the raw and uncomfortable truth they could never say out loud. There is a deeply physical reason your reality has not completely shifted yet. The intense brain fog and the heavy financial blocks you face are not your fault. You are simply running on a severely suppressed frequency because the Matrix deliberately designed this environment to drain your divine energy. The reason the universe responds effortlessly to certain people is not sheer discipline, it is a specific brainwave. Scientists call it gamma. This is the exact frequency your brain was running when you were an innocent child. Back then, your brilliant ideas came easily, and you somehow knew things long before they actually happened in the physical world. The universe felt completely aligned with you. Then the modern Matrix went to work on you. The toxic people you trusted began to systematically shut down that sacred frequency. Every single time they manipulated your reality, this divine brainwave was pushed deeper below the surface. They trained you to conform to their chaotic drama instead of creating your own beautiful reality, forcing your powerful spirit into a tiny box of pure survival. This sacred frequency was completely suppressed without your consent. The version of you with lightning, intuition, and profound spiritual luck went totally silent. The modern world replaced your natural genius state with crippling exhaustion and heavy brain fog. Most people will live their entire lives without ever knowing this grand theft happened to them, but heaven is pulling the curtain back for you today. You are a true cycle breaker. You are not most people. Your spirit is vibrating right now because you deeply recognize this raw truth. The enemy is absolutely terrified that you are finally waking up to what they stole from you. They know that if you reactivate this dormant brainwave, their dark hold over your life will break forever. You will become completely untouchable. They want your gamma frequency to stay hidden. A chosen one operating in full gamma coherence is a massive threat to their illusion. You become a powerful magnet for windfall wealth and absolute divine protection. The narcissist cannot feed on a spirit that is vibrating at the highest possible frequency of the universe, which is exactly why they try to keep you so extremely tired. You must understand that the gap between you and your massive blessing is not a lack of faith. It is a blocked cellular frequency. The Matrix engineered this specific suppression to keep you trapped in a cycle of endless survival. They need you to stay exhausted so you can continue acting as a free emotional battery for their broken and highly toxic system. Read that again in your spirit. They literally hijacked your biological inheritance. Your pure empathy was weaponized against you to drain your divine power. But heaven is now stepping in to restore what was violently taken from your bloodline. The universe is actively preparing to hand you the exact blueprint to reverse this suppression, and the enemy cannot do anything to stop it. The enemy wants you to calculate and hesitate when the solution appears. The Matrix programming will try to tell your left brain that you are simply doomed to struggle. Silence that toxic lie immediately. You are an irreplaceable diamond. You were born to bend time and manifest absolute miracles in the physical realm, and no demonic force can ever revoke your divine birthright. Every single tear you shed in the dark was carefully recorded by heaven. Your painful formation season is finally coming to a spectacular end. The heavy spiritual weight sitting on your chest is about to be lifted permanently. Prepare yourself for the ultimate vindication. The true power of your dormant brainwave is waiting to be unleashed upon the world. Listen to me very closely right now, chosen one. The enemy desperately wanted you to fight back. They expected you to scream and defend your pure name. You gave them absolutely nothing but your heavy silence. While they prepared for a massive war of toxic words, you simply unplugged from their matrix and walked completely away. That restraint was not weakness at all. That profound silence was a lethal weapon. You probably did not realize it at the time, but your decision to implement no contact was a divine mandate. It was a cosmic eviction notice handed directly to their spirit. Heaven is revealing 3 specific reasons why your silent retreat completely destroyed their system. Here is the first reason your silence is so deadly. The narcissist cannot survive on their own natural energy. They are empty parasites who require constant emotional fuel to exist. They needed your anger or your deep sadness to validate their false power. But when you completely refuse to engage, you cut off their primary oxygen supply instantly. Your lack of reaction literally starves their inner demons. They are frantically knocking on the door of your energy field. They want you to read their messages or hear their pathetic rumors. They need you to react so they can feed on your bright light again. But your absolute refusal to play their toxic game leaves them suffocating in the dark. If you feel this raw truth vibrating in your cells, pause right now. Type 777 in the comments to physically anchor this exact shift. You must claim your undeniable power before we move any further. Your physical action seals your energetic alignment with heaven. Do not let the matrix keep you passive today, because your massive divine breakthrough requires an immediate physical response. Now we must look at the second reason. You were the ultimate stabilizer in their highly chaotic environment. When you finally walked away, you took all the stability with you. You left them completely alone in a room with their own dark reflection. Without your pure empathy to act as a buffer, they are finally forced to face their own massive failures. This mirror effect is driving them absolutely insane. They can no longer blame you for their terrible life choices. The flying monkeys are starting to notice the foul energy they carry. Because without you there to absorb the toxic shockwaves, the narcissist is spilling their chaos all over the people they used to gossip with. The false illusion is breaking. They are experiencing a profound spiritual famine right now. You are an irreplaceable diamond that they foolishly threw away. They thought they could easily find another empath to drain. But nobody else has your exact frequency or your deep spiritual capacity. They are trying to extract premium fuel from cheap rocks, and it is failing miserably. Your profound silence is doing all the heavy lifting. You do not need to seek revenge or plot their downfall. Vengeance is a divine mechanism that activates the moment you step completely out of the way. When a master manipulator loses control of their favorite target, they absolutely malfunction, and you are witnessing that public malfunction right now. Do not ever break your silence for them. Every single time you ignore their bait, you age backwards. You step further into your untouchable, ageless glow. While they are rotting away in their own bitter regret, heaven is expanding your divine territory. Your energy is returning to your physical body because you stopped pouring it into a black hole. You are a true cycle breaker. You took your crown back without lifting a single finger in malice. This is the ultimate power of a chosen one. You simply exist in your high vibration, while their entire toxic world collapses around you. The enemy is desperately waiting for you to look back at them, but you are far too busy bending time in your favor. But there is a third reason your silence is destroying them. This third reason is the most terrifying reality they face. It is the exact catalyst that is causing their public meltdown right now. I will reveal this final devastating truth to you very shortly. But first, you must deeply understand the physical shift happening in your brilliant brain today. Your beautiful mind is waking up from their dark spell. The intense brain fog they intentionally caused is beginning to lift. You are reclaiming the divine frequency they tried so hard to suppress. The heavy weight sitting on your chest is finally melting away. You are no longer waiting in wound for an apology from a broken master manipulator. You have completely transcended their low vibration. Your absolute refusal to engage is the greatest punishment heaven could ever deliver to them. They wanted to steal your light and leave you in the dark, but you became the blinding sun instead. Keep your heavy silence intact and watch the cosmic algorithm finish the divine work you beautifully started. Now, I need you to imagine this exact scenario happening behind their closed doors. We must address the third and most devastating reason your silence destroys them. This third reality is the exact catalyst for their public meltdown today. Your silence proves to them that you are fully protected by a higher divine power, and they realize they cannot touch you anymore. They expected you to fall apart without their toxic guidance, but they are watching heaven completely elevate you while they sink deeper into their own dark misery. This third truth completely breaks their spirit. They finally understand that the algorithm of justice is working directly against them. Your pure light was shielding them from the consequences of their dark actions. Without you acting as their spiritual buffer, the cosmic debt is collecting fast. They are frantically searching for a way out of the avalanche they created. Heaven is releasing 3 specific signs that their dark matrix is completely collapsing. And the first sign is their absolute inability to maintain their fake friendships. The second sign is the constant financial drain they face. And the third sign is the absolute panic they feel whenever your name is mentioned. They know their time is up. Before we go any further, I must interrupt this transmission to reveal a massive classified secret. The Matrix has been hiding a profound truth from you for decades, and your spirit is finally ready for this ultimate activation today. Do not look away. You are exhausted because the dark matrix deliberately engineered a frequency to suppress your natural wealth-attracting state. Your spiritual exhaustion requires a biological reset immediately. While you have been fighting these heavy battles in the dark, science just uncovered exactly why your reality has not shifted yet. The dark elite never wanted you to find this specific mechanism. They want you weak. A leaked document backed by neuroscientists just confirmed a massive breakthrough. Researchers at Columbia University discovered that a specific suppressed brainwave determines your massive success. They found that nearly all children naturally operate in this brilliant gamma state, which is exactly where deep intuition and effortless miracles exist. But the modern world forces it into a deep sleep. The school system and the chronic stress of survival mode systematically shut down your gamma brainwave. The people who profit from your deep exhaustion do not want you to know how to bring it back. They want you trapped in a low vibration, because a fully awakened cycle breaker is the biggest threat to their entire demonic structure. They want you completely drained, but heaven gave you a vision. Your brainwaves require a physical alignment to match the spiritual mandate on your life. Researchers who spent decades in silence just released the exact blueprint you need today. They compressed an hour of intense brain entrainment into a simple 7-minute audio track, and it forces your beautiful brain back into synchronized gamma coherence without any conscious effort. This is a complete reset. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars on clinical biofeedback machines. You do not need years of painful spiritual healing to fix this block. You simply put on your headphones and close your tired eyes. The sound wave completely bypasses your conscious mind, and it reactivates the dormant gamma frequency while you rest. Your cells will literally feel the shift. The elite are absolutely panicking right now because this sacred knowledge is leaking out. They are actively trying to scrub this leaked document from the internet as we speak. When a cycle breaker like you reactivates their gamma state, you become completely untouchable, and you instantly transform into a massive magnet for windfall wealth. The narcissist cannot reach you here. The dark forces have already tried to replicate this suppressed frequency. They are flooding the internet with dangerous and diluted imitations. The counterfeits circulating on streaming platforms will severely lower your precious vibration because they are specifically designed to keep your powerful gamma brainwave locked away in the dark. Guard your sacred energy field carefully. You must protect your spiritual alignment today. Do not trust those fake audio tracks. Your profound intuition is activated for a reason, and you absolutely know the counterfeit from the original truth. The only authentic and encrypted protocol is available exclusively through the highly protected link. I have secured this access specifically for the chosen ones watching right now. If your cellular intuition is vibrating at a high level right now, do not resist this instruction. Step forward and claim your original divine blueprint today. The exact 7-minute neuroactivator you need is waiting in the pinned comment below, and you must access it immediately before the dark elite permanently revoke the link. Claim your massive power back. The window of opportunity is standing wide open right now, but it will not stay open forever. The elite will do everything in their power to shut this powerful portal down, because they are terrified of a fully awakened remnant. You must act to secure your completely unbothered future. Head to the pinned comment right now. Unlock the ultimate gateway. Your brilliant brain is waiting. Let me completely reframe your entire reality right here and right now. You have been watching the surface of the water for months. You thought the enemy was winning because they were making so much noise. But the noise is just a cheap distraction. Underneath all of that fake projection, a massive spiritual earthquake is tearing their foundation apart. The epicenter of this massive earthquake is the exact group of people they used to gossip with. The flying monkeys are finally waking up from their deep trance. Those enabling friends who laughed at you are currently experiencing a brutal reality check. Because without your pure stabilizing energy in the room, the narcissist has completely lost their emotional anchor. The dark mask is slipping in front of the very people who used to protect them. The chaos is bleeding out rapidly, and the mutual friends are suddenly realizing they chose the wrong side of the battle. They are looking at the empty space you left behind. Every single time your name comes up in their toxic circle, a heavy and incredibly awkward silence fills the room. They finally see that you were the absolute glue holding their twisted dynamic together. You were the authentic diamond they foolishly discarded to play with cheap rocks, and now they are completely stranded with a master manipulator who is unraveling right before their terrified eyes. Listen to the suppressed, synchronized coherence happening in the spiritual realm today. The physical manifestation of their regret is compounding at an accelerated rate. Their cellular frequency is actively collapsing because it is no longer anchored to your highly advanced light. The flying monkeys are physically repelled by the foul energy the narcissist is now projecting. They are desperately trying to distance themselves from the radioactive fallout. They are whispering about you right now. They are absolutely stunned by how incredibly unbothered you look from a distance. While their world is burning to the ground, you are stepping completely into your untouched, ageless glow. You did not release a single statement to defend your pure name. You did not beg anyone to understand your side of the brutal story. You simply stood in your absolute truth and let the divine matrix expose every single lie they told. The narcissist is frantically searching for a new host to drain. They are launching desperate smear campaigns to distract the flying monkeys from their own chaotic behavior. But the dark spells are no longer working on the tired crowd. The audience is deeply bored. The enablers are quietly plotting their own escape routes. They realize the sinking ship is going down fast, and they know you are never coming back to save them. This is the ultimate X-ray of their hidden panic. This is the exact divine justice you prayed for during those long nights of crying alone. You thought heaven was ignoring your deep and heavy pain. You thought the universe was letting them get away with destroying your beautiful spirit. But God was simply gathering the audience for their public and totally irreversible collapse. The cosmic stage is fully set for the final act of this brutal spiritual war. The pressure inside their dark matrix is reaching a critical breaking point today. The lies are suffocating them. The flying monkeys are turning against the master manipulator. They are throwing them completely under the bus to save their own fragile reputations. It is a spectacular and devastating implosion of toxic loyalty. And you are watching the entire empire fall from the absolute safety of your highly protected sanctuary. You are perfectly insulated from the massive blast. Now I need you to imagine the final scene of this incredible collapse. The moment where their dark reality completely shatters is not a distant future event. It is happening right here and right now. The heavy spiritual weight is pressing down on their chest, perfectly mirroring the deep pain they intentionally caused you. They are facing absolute divine consequences. Do not look away from this massive shift. Your divine vindication is demanding your full and undivided attention right now. The universe is physically handing you the crown they tried so incredibly hard to steal. Stand firm in your cellular knowing. The enemy is completely surrounded by the disastrous mess they created. Heaven is about to drop the final hammer. You survived the raging fire and became the blinding sun. The people who doubted your pure light are currently drowning in the dark. This is exactly what happens when you mess with a true cycle breaker. The energetic debt must be paid in full by the ones who caused the severe harm. Stay incredibly still and watch the cosmic scales balance perfectly in your favor. And here is the absolute verdict we promised at the very beginning of this transmission. That massive public collapse you were waiting for, it just happened in front of the exact people they gossiped with. I want you to clearly picture the room. The false narrative finally snaps under the heavy pressure. They try to spin one more toxic lie about you, but their voice completely shakes. The dark mask shatters. Underneath all of that fake noise, the specific gravity of their massive regret hits them all at once. The flying monkeys stare in complete silence as the master manipulator breaks down in real time. They are not crying because they feel sorry for the intense pain they caused you. They are crying because their premium energy source is permanently gone. They realize they threw away the only genuine diamond they ever held. In a desperate moment of total malfunction, they actually defend your pure name. They admit out loud that nobody else could ever handle their dark chaos the way you did. The flying monkeys watch in absolute horror as the illusion completely crumbles. Your profound silence did not just hurt their fragile ego, it permanently ended their toxic reign. You won the ultimate spiritual war without lifting a single finger. But there is a massive reason your final breakthrough has been sitting at the door without coming in. And it is not what the dark world told you. It is a highly specific, suppressed signal. The elite are completely terrified of the raw power you currently possess. The enemy is screaming at your left brain right now, trying to inject deep financial doubt and heavy hesitation into your mind. They desperately want you to wait. Silence that dark voice immediately. That hesitation is the exact matrix programming designed to keep you broke and exhausted. The people in power have quietly paid thousands of dollars to access the divine gamma state that chosen ones deserve as a birthright. If your spirit is vibrating with a cellular knowing right now, heaven demands your immediate action. You must step through the protected portal today. After years of intense research in complete silence, a brilliant team of neuroscientists compressed an entire gamma activation protocol into a simple 7-minute audio track. You simply put on your headphones, close your tired eyes, and let the pure sound wave do what the modern world spent decades completely undoing. No painful meditation or difficult mantras are required. It is called the Genius Song. This specific audio track is the exact suppressed weapon the enemy tried to hide from your bloodline. Over 18,000 chosen ones have already used this exact protocol to unlock their massive finances and heal their completely drained bodies. A brilliant nurse from California said her reality now feels absolutely enchanted, like a protective shield completely surrounds her family every single day. A business owner from Texas said Gamma figures out his hardest problems while he sleeps. They stepped fully into the divine version of themselves they always knew existed, leaving the toxic matrix entirely behind them. But the dark elite would prefer this sacred frequency remain completely out of reach for people like you. Do not look for it on YouTube or Spotify. Those platforms are actively working against you. The fake copies circulating on those platforms contain absolutely no brain entrainment technology. They are diluted counterfeits designed to lower your vibration and steal your light. The only authentic version is available through the strictly protected link. Find the specific link pinned in the comments and in the description right now. The universe demands absolutely no risk from a true chosen one today. You are fully protected by an ironclad divine guarantee. If you do not feel the massive shift you deserve, every single penny is returned to you without question. This is a powerful, energetic exchange governed by complete and total trust. 4 incredibly powerful bonuses are waiting for you inside the secure portal as well. You will receive an exclusive audio engineered for your children to boost their confidence. You will also receive the original prosperity book that the Matrix secretly hid from the masses. Do not let the dark elite steal this massive tool from you. Secure your authentic access right now before they scrub the internet completely. God does not measure your immense faith by your thoughts. He measures it by your exact speed of obedience. The chosen one who hesitates at the sacred threshold loses the blessing. Your brilliant gamma brainwave is desperately waiting to be reactivated today. Your divine destiny is waiting to be unlocked. The universe aligned perfectly to bring you this highly classified blueprint. The door is wide open for you right now. Click the link in the pinned comment. Walk through the portal. Reclaim your ultimate power. Which brings us to the final and undeniable verdict from heaven. You walked into this painful season bleeding from deep wounds inflicted by people who were completely blind to your true worth. They thought your exhaustion would permanently break your bright spirit. But look at you now. You have completely transcended their toxic matrix, and the war is finally over. While they publicly unravel in their own dark chaos, you are stepping directly into your permanent and untouchable, ageless glow. You are no longer waiting in a deep wound. You do not need an apology from a broken master manipulator. That heavy spiritual exhaustion is shattering right here and right now. Step into your absolute power and claim your divine peace today. You did not just survive the brutal storm they created. You became the blazing sun that dried up all their rain. The heavy generational cycles of poverty and broken relationships completely end with you, because heaven chose your pure spirit to break the dark chains forever. You are the true cycle breaker. Your bloodline is permanently purified today. Every single closed door is blowing wide open for you right now. The heavy financial struggles and the deep spiritual exhaustion are melting away like ice in the warm summer sun. You are a powerful leader in disguise who finally took the crown. The narcissist cannot ever reach your high frequency again, because you are fully insulated by a massive wall of divine protection. The universe is handing you the exact harvest heaven prepared specifically for you. Do not let the dark enemy whisper any more toxic lies into your beautiful mind. The chaotic chapter is permanently closed, and a brand new reality of windfall wealth and profound joy is starting for you today. Say this powerful statement out loud with me right now. I claim my permanent freedom from the completely dark matrix. Now I need you to physically anchor this massive shift into your daily reality. Type "I am free" in the comments below to firmly seal this exact high vibration. Your physical action locks the heavy spiritual door behind you, and it proves to the universe that you are completely ready to receive your massive blessing. Heaven requires this incredibly simple act of obedience to finalize your complete deliverance. Do not just watch this important message and quietly scroll away into the dark. Hit that like button right now to put a spiritual shield around this divine truth. Your interaction acts as a solid physical boundary that dark entities cannot ever cross, which means you are building an impenetrable energetic fortress today. We are actively gathering the brave remnant of chosen ones from all across the broken world. Drop your beautiful city and nation in the comments below. We must map exactly where the divine army of light is rising today. You are a demonstrated warrior of light who fought the absolute hardest battles in total silence, and now you finally get to celebrate your glorious victory with your true family. Share this highly specific message with one pure soul who is desperately crying out in the dark for a shift. Be their guiding angel today. Someone out there is currently being drained by a master manipulator, and they desperately need this exact rescue mission to survive the intense spiritual attack. Send this transmission to them. Help them break their heavy chains of bondage forever. Subscribe to this sacred sanctuary so you never miss the exact prophetic instruction heaven releases next. We are completely unplugging from the toxic matrix together. Your pure empathy is no longer a free battery for extremely broken people, but rather a divine superpower that continuously creates incredible miracles in your own life. The universe is completely on your side now. The incredibly heavy weight is finally over today. The intense isolation served its profound purpose, and your painful formation season is officially complete. Step out of the dark shadows and boldly take your rightful place on the divine throne. Because you are a completely irreplaceable diamond, the entire world is about to see your blinding light shine through the darkness. The enemy lost, and you won. Breathe in this incredibly beautiful peace. Let the heavy weight drop from your tired shoulders right now. You are perfectly safe resting in this extremely high frequency. No dark weapon formed against your brilliant mind will ever prosper again, because heaven has permanently sealed your ultimate victory in the spiritual realm. Walk forward in your untouchable power. Your beautiful new life begins right now. You are the absolute master of your own reality today. The toxic people who completely misunderstood your silence will watch your massive rise from a very far distance. They will deeply regret the tragic day they tried to dim your magnificent light, but you will not even look back at their rapidly sinking ship. You are moving forward with absolute divine clarity. Every single step you take from this moment forward is perfectly guided by supreme intelligence. Your activated gamma frequency is pulling incredible daily miracles directly into your daily orbit. Strangers will suddenly favor you for absolutely no logical reason. Huge divine opportunities will literally chase you down because your pure golden energy is completely irresistible to massive financial abundance. Do not ever apologize for shining so incredibly bright. The broken world desperately needs the exact healing vibration you carry inside your pure heart. You survived the brutal dark night of the soul, and you brought the beautiful morning dawn with you. Rest in this truly glorious truth today. You are divinely protected and abundantly blessed forever. The chosen one has finally returned home.